What is up, legends? Martin Legend and Theodore, the magic mascot, who's just going to chill right here for now. There we go. I think that's a good spot for him. Back with another card trick. This card trick came about chatting to some people, and some people asked me, what is a kind of card trick that we can learn within like 5 minutes and it's impressive enough to fool some people? Not like a lot of sleight of hand or those kinds of things. Just something they can quickly learn, go to friends, go to family, and probably fool them. And I thought to myself, a trick I learned a very long time ago when I just basically got into magic. And I saw someone doing it and I had no idea how they did it. And I was so frustrated until eventually I learned some of the core skills and some things. A lot of you will probably know how I do this one, but please still stick around to the end. It helps my channel out a lot. But I already know the guys that will stick around to the end. So yes, this card trick you can learn in 5 minutes and it will impress a lot of people. It's not just one of those that most people will know how you do it immediately. It's all about how you reveal it at the end. That's the key. Anyway guys, so if you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Theodore really enjoys that. If you're returning to my channel, you clearly like my content, you've watched more than one video. It takes no time out of your day to just go down and hit the subscribe button, like button. It really does help a YouTuber's channel a lot. It helps with the algorithm. It helps YouTube suggest our videos, which does mean the world to me. Anyway guys, but without further ado, let's get straight into today's performance. Okay guys, so for today's card trick, I'll go up to a spectator and I'll shuffle the deck. Just like this. I'll also even have the spectator shuffle the deck. And like I said in one of my previous videos, whenever you give a spectator the deck, or whenever I act like I'm giving the spectator the deck, for some reason I always gravitate towards overhand shuffles. I don't know why, it just seems like that's the average spectator will kind of go towards the overhand shuffles. Now what I can do is I can spread the cards out and I can look away and I can have the spectator pick this card. So let's say the spectator wants to go for this card right here. I can look away while they pick this, just so they know that it is absolutely a fair selection, just like this. And then the spectator can have a look at the card. For this purpose, I don't need to know the card. And ask the spectator to just put it back on top of the deck, and they can cut the deck anywhere they want and just complete the cut. And why not give the deck a couple more cuts? Cut a few cards, cut a lot of cards, cut about a half, as much as they want. They can just cut really as much cards as they want. And now what I will do, if I have a spectator, I'll ask the spectator to keep a close eye on the cards and I'll look at their facial expression but they mustn't react when they see their card. I'm trying to find their card by looking at their facial expressions, because I'm trying to read their body language and facial expressions. So I'm going to deal the cards one by one and you guys just look at the cards, and I'm going to try and sense your energy through the screen. Now obviously I can't really see your facial expressions, but I can still sense your energy. So I'll deal the cards down. Now I will be looking at the spectator in their face right now, and the spectator will be looking at the cards. And I'm just trying to sense energy through YouTube. It's a little bit more difficult through the screen than it is in real life. But I'm sensing your energy, and I don't think I've dealt your card yet. Okay. It feels like we must be getting close because we're running out of cards. That's the only reason it feels like we have to be getting close. Okay, I don't believe we've dealt your card yet, but I feel like it really has to be any moment now. Okay, wow, I'm running out of cards. I really hope you guys were looking for your card. How impressive would it be if the next card, listen carefully to my words, the next card I turn over was in fact your card? That would be crazy impressive, right? You know why it would be even more impressive? Because that's your card. So I said the next card I turn over, and I just turned over your card. Anyway guys, the reason I like this one is because I deal past your card and you think I made a mistake by not stopping at your card. And then the key word is the next card I turn over, then you just look back. And the spectator will say that would be absolutely amazing because they know their card is there. So the next one you can turn over will definitely not be their card. And you just go back and you turn over their card. Anyway guys, if you want to learn how to do this card trick, you better stick around for the tutorial. And as always, 4 links in the description of any video. How to do Magician's Choice, you don't need that. How to shuffle cards like a magician, you don't need that. How to force a selection on a spectator, you don't need that. And how to control a spectator's card. Believe it or not, you do not need that skill for this card. I did not control your card. I honestly don't know where your card was in the deck. Anyway guys, so if you want to learn how to do this, and also just check out those videos and you can build tricks around that. So anyway guys, so for this card trick, you can go up to a spectator and you can really fairly shuffle the deck as much as you want. Even the spectator can shuffle it. So let's say the spectator wants to shuffle it this much, and now they can really have a truly free selection. This is not a forced selection at all. You can even do it through a borrow or with a borrowed deck of cards. Let's say they go for this selection. You can even say, are you sure? Do you want to put that back and pick another card? A lot of times they'll go for another one. So let's say, no, they want to go for this one. It really doesn't matter because it's not a forced selection at all. Now, when you're squaring up the cards, you just do this 360 tilt. I'll show you guys from the other direction then. Okay, I'm on my way to show you guys from the other direction. So you had the cards spread out, and now you pick the cards back up, and it's a natural reaction to just square it up. And you can see there, I can see the bottom card. Now what I'm thinking, all I'm thinking the whole time is 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs. That's all I'm thinking. Now for this purposes, your card is the 6 of clubs. Now I know what the bottom card is. I don't know what your card is, and you can put it back on the top of the deck. We can cut the card into the deck. Now I'm putting my 3 of clubs on top of your card. Now the spectator can cut the deck as many times as they want. It really doesn't matter. All I'm remembering is 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs. This does not change the cyclical order. The 3 of clubs will still be before your card, which is the 6 of clubs. And all I'm thinking is 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs. Now I explain to the spectator that I'm going to be watching their reaction, and they're going to be watching the cards. I want them to watch the cards because I don't want them to see I'm also watching the cards. So I start dealing down. Now, if the first card here is your card, their card happens to be the second card, but that's not their card. So I'm just checking 3 of clubs, and all I'm doing is I'm just thinking 3 of clubs. And now I'm speaking to them as I'm dealing this down and saying, okay, I can see your facial expressions hasn't changed since I started dealing down, so I don't think I've dealt your card down yet. Keep dealing down. 3 of clubs. I'm just thinking 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs. That's all I'm thinking, but I'm not saying it out loud. 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs. And I'm still thinking 3 of clubs. Now I see that, but I don't pause at all and I deal the next card. And now I know their card is the 6 of clubs. But what I do is I carry on, and I carry on, and I carry on. And now I stop a couple of cards later and I ask them, would it be impressive if the next card I flip over is your card? And they'll say, wow, that would be impressive, because they clearly know their card is here, so this next one can't possibly be their card. But it's in the way you say it. The next card I turn over, then you say, okay, this is going to be the next card I turn over. And you turn over their selection. And you watch them be absolutely shocked. Anyway guys, there's one more thing I need to discuss quickly with this card. If you deal through all the cards and your 3 of clubs happen to have been the very last card, where do you know their card was? Their card would have been then the very first card you dealt down. I really hope that makes sense. Anyway guys, yes, I'm just going to quickly set up the thumbnail, and I think a good one for this would be kind of dealing out the cards like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal one more and kind of just pause right there for a second. I think that makes a good thumbnail. Maybe just move it slightly back and slightly I think that makes a good thumbnail, just like that. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this card trick, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and as always, like this video, it really does help. Until next time, Martin Legend, and yes, he's still chilling right here by me. Peace everybody.